Plebs 16.
What's up, you goddamn plebeians? Big Uncle Dickie back, tightening the waist belt, rolling up the sleeves, and the $14.99 son of a bitch, and the $14.99 Goodwill overcoat, tipping his uncle's top hat, and donning the free Green Bay Packers sunglasses tonight. I have a very important video to do. You see, recently, another one of you unwashed, basement-dwelling, crybaby, money-wasting virgins finally put your money towards something useful. Big Dick Rick, Blue Ocean 13, good friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, been playing games together for a while. Come on stream with me and The Dealer, twitch.tv/the D3ALER. Make sure you go follow him. Came on stream and said, "Hey, Neo, here's 50 bucks. Then while I was celebrating that, he said, "Hey, Neo, check out my big dong. Here's another 50 bucks. And I said, "Jesus Christ, Big Dick Rick, you've just spent more money than most of my subscribers have seen in their lifetime. What can I do to appease the Great One? What can I do to show my thanks for your support?" To which, of course, Big Dick Rick kind of laughed and he said, "I'd love to support you, buddy." And I said, "Come on, Rick, I got to do a video or something for you." And he said, "Talk about the Diablo 4 microtransactions now. That's what we're here to talk about today. This is important. But I just want to remind each and every one of you that Big Dick Rick is in fact the one that I played in Mortal Kombat. And I mopped the fucking floor with him. I just spammed fireballs over and over and he couldn't touch me. I made him my bitch, then I ripped his head off, and he hasn't wanted to play it again with me since. Now, of course, that being said, there is an inverse to that, which was him mopping the fucking floor with me. In Soul Calibur, he made me his little sweet daddy stripper whore. Now, today, as sponsored by Big Dick Rick on his massive $100 donation, which is absolutely fucking insane. Huge shout out, Big Dick Rick, for showing love and support to the realest dude on YouTube. If you smell what Big Uncle Dickie's cooking, I smell it, and it smells like shit. Speaking of shit, let's talk about Diablo 4 microtransactions. I've been seeing some videos on YouTube recently. Jesus Christ, I just broke character. Fat kid! He's not really fat anymore. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how tight we have to pull this weight coat to even keep it on anymore. This son of a bitch has lost so much weight. What am I going to do? Pretty soon this top hat will actually fit this fat son of a bitch. I guess he's not really fat anymore. Son of a bitch. I've been watching some videos on the YouTube. And I hear some different Diablo YouTubers talking about, you know, Diablo 4 microtransactions are a bit pricey, but they're harmless. I don't really mind Diablo 4 microtransactions. Taking a look at Diablo 4 microtransactions. Diablo 4 microtransactions, an in-depth look. Look, if you want to know what the actual microtransactions are, feel free to go and watch one of those videos. Just put it on mute. I'll save you some time. You see, Dick Ryder, he's got no time for the M to the T to the X. Dick Ryder has no time for it. And let me explain to you why. Dick Ryder actually heard one YouTuber compare the microtransactions in Diablo 4 to those of Dauntless. Unless you're a founder, it was a free-to-play game. There is no world that exists where I would weigh microtransactions of a $70 minimum day one game to the microtransactions of a FTP or F2P, as some of you virgins call it, free-to-play game. There is zero world that exists where I would compare the two. They are not one and the same. They are not even in the same ballpark. Let's get that out of the way right now. The second thing Dick Ryder wants to lay out there, put out in the universe, explain to each and every one of you is they're not cheap by any means. These are $15 and $20 and almost $30 cosmetic sets. You know, Dick Ryder remembers fondly a day when Diablo 2, which was of course fun, a day when Diablo 2 had some of the coolest looking armor that you could find in game. And that you actually had to work for and grind for. And Dick Ryder remembers fondly the nights of having bail runs, the nights of having legendary gear runs. You see, Dick Ryder remembers those days fondly. It was only yesterday. Nay, it was a lifetime ago, a good solid 18 years ago. But Dick Ryder remembers those days fondly. One thing Dick Ryder doesn't remember doing is spending $5, $10, $25 to more dollars to get those cosmetic looks on my character. You see, this is what concerns Dick Ryder long term. What concerns me long term is how... Oh, what's the word Big Uncle Dickie wants to use? There's a term for this. How much of a part of our life it has become to have more and more and more and more and more. It's very concerning when Dick Ryder sees people that say, well, I have to have that armor set. Well, I have to have that armor set. Well, I want to get that armor set. I want that armor set. I'm going to get that armor set. Before you know, you have $200, $300, $400 invested in a $70 game. That concerns Dick Ryder. That really concerns Dick Ryder. Another thing that really concerns him is what Blizzard is actually trying to do with this. You see, from a business standpoint, Dick Ryder thinks it's genius. I don't like it, but I think it's genius. And were I a business, guess what? I would do the same thing. I would not do it any differently. In fact, were it up to Dick Ryder, and I had a video game, and I had the opportunity, I would cash in for as much extra money as possible, especially if I knew I had a fan base that was too stupid to say no. Now that's just business. Hold on a second before you act offended, and Dick Ryder assures you it is an act. Now let me take a step back. What I see Blizzard is doing here, they want to turn each and every one of their $70 game purchasers into a $100 game purchaser. And what that means is you spend $70 on the game, but maybe you buy one nice cosmetic armor set, about $30. That puts you at $100 total spend on Diablo 4. Can you imagine, just for a moment, if you sold 5 million copies of Diablo 4 and 1 million of those copies sold an additional $30 cosmetic? Think about that for a moment. 1 million times 30. I'll let it ruminate. Dick Ryder has no problem with cosmetic or microtransaction items in games like free Diablo Immortal, even though they seem to have ruined that game with it, which is why it's already dead. Dick Ryder has no problem with paid microtransactions in a free-to-play game like Dauntless. He has no problems with paid microtransactions in a free-to-play game like Call of Duty Warzone or Call of Duty DMZ. Dick Ryder has no problem with cosmetic purchases in games like Fortnite. He has no problem with that because every single one of those games that I just mentioned can be enjoyed spending $0. $0. What Dick Ryder has a problem with is watching people say these microtransactions are harmless on a $70 game. This is a problem. And make no mistake about it, this is a slippery slope to every full-priced title having $10, $15, $20, and $30 cosmetic microtransactions if the fan base is dumb enough to support it. People complained about Monster Hunter having paid microtransactions, whether they were stickers or emotes or skins or dresses or outfits or little bee costumes for your handler that you just want to shove a dick in her ass. It doesn't matter. People were complaining about these things. And one of the big reasons for the complaints is simple. It is a full-priced game. Microtransactions have absolutely no purpose or place in a full-priced or pay-to-play game. It is a slippery slope. We have been saying it for years on this channel, and I will continue to say it until the day I draw my final breath. If you are too stupid to say no, they will get your money. I guarantee it. Remember, I'm the realest dude on YouTube, Dick Ryder. I will expect a super thanks in the chat. Pay me your money because I've got the balls to come out here and tell you what you already know, but just don't wanna fucking admit. Now some of you are going to come out here and you're going to defend the microtransactions, saying they're not a big deal. You are wrong. Don't care what you think, you are wrong by default. This is a slippery slope, and this will not be allowed. This must not be supported. Dick Ryder has said it once, and he will continue to say it. Do not give them extra money. I've said it once. I will say it again. It is a slippery slope to every prime first-party title having paid microtransactions. It may not be pay to win, but why can't these cool armor sets just be armor sets that we can discover in the world? Why not? Why must they be a $25 paid microtransaction? Didn't you get enough of that with Diablo Immortal, the free-to-play game that you killed on launch, you stupid sons of bitches? Now, shout out to Big Dick Rick for the massive $100 donation. Shout out to all the rest of you unwatched virgins who have donated to this channel. I do deserve it. And remember, Diablo 4 microtransactions, they are not harmless, they are not okay, and they must be avoided at all costs. You do not need that armor skin to enjoy the game. It does not make you a better player, and I know some of you don't want to hear this, but it doesn't make you cool. I'll let that sink in for a moment. I'll let you feel that little shrivelly feeling between your legs. Don't waste your money. Let's say you buy 4 armor sets, cosmetic sets in Diablo 4. 25 times 4, about $100. What could we do with $100? 3 streaming services for a month, pay our internet bills. Probably we could get 3 to 4 different meals, feeding 2 to 3 different people. Man, there's a lot we can do. We could pay our cell phone bill. Gosh, we could invest that $100 and watch it grow over time. Somebody will have to make a joke about, oh, everything's going to zero anyway. That's always stupid, uneducated people that say that stuff. Yeah. Diablo 4 microtransactions, Dick Ryder says no. Timmy in the back says no. Big Dick Rick says, well, maybe, I'm not sure. But that's because Big Dick Rick is bad with his money. Didn't you see he donated $100 to my channel? Didn't you see he gave me $100? And all he gets is this video, which will live forever in infamy, talking shit about the Diablo 4 microtransactions and the stupid-ass virgins that paid them extra money to play the game ahead of time? Like, how fucking stupid are you people? You've been supporting this for how long now, and it's normalized. Well, guess what? Microtransactions, they're the next thing. That if you keep supporting in full price games, you're going to normalize that shit too. Dick Ryder, realest dude on YouTube. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you goddamn plebeians right here next time, and I'll be $25 minimum richer because I won't be buying Diablo 4 microtransactions. GG, ya plebs.